Fighting out of the red corner.
Yes! Good job, Joseph!
Joseph Brown is just starting his career, and he's already a knockout.
The fastest knockout in the history of amateur Canadian boxing.
This kid is definitely the future, the prodigy.
67-0, and now is 2-0 as a pro.
He's definitely going to be a world champion multiple times.
And nearly beat Mike Tyson's world record for the fastest amateur knockout.
Is this young superstar the next Floyd Mayweather? A 17-year-old prodigy who's got the entire fighting scene buzzing.
Joseph, the Prodigy!
It's fight week. Finally. Oh my gosh, the time is finally here. And I still got a week left, which I mean, it's still kind of like a long time, but it's not a long time. But you know, what can I say? I'm just ready to fight. I'm excited though. So I'm gonna show y'all what I eat for breakfast. So here we got some egg whites, mushrooms, tomatoes, and some ketchup, because I love ketchup. I put ketchup on everything. And this is like blueberries. I think it's like 200 grams. I don't usually weigh my food unless I get like super close to like fight time, because then I gotta, you know, be accurate with like all my macros and stuff like that. But yeah, I had my personal chef make this for me. He's super experienced. He's been cooking for himself since he could start cooking. His name's Joseph Brown. Y'all should book with him because he's actually pretty good.
And do you know when you want to come in next?
Next week.
Yeah. You want to do? All right, Jeff. I'm gonna send you one more reminder, like tomorrow, before about an hour or so before we go on.
Let me think. Next
All right, man. Thank you, Jeff. My name's Marlon. Joseph's my son. Joseph always has me as his main coach. So I seek out the best coaches I think would fit his style. There's many gyms here, many good ones. Reighan City, same thing. Sean is a great teacher.
But I feel like he bring a freshness into boxing. Like when you watch him, it's like you're watching an artist at work. Like he's just really just articulating his skill. He has a good ring IQ. He's just really good at what he does. And I think having that background, and also he is very well composed. Like he can keep his composure no matter what is going on, no matter what is going on with his opponent. I've seen him train with adults and them lose their cool and hit my baby the wrong way. I lose my composure, or his dad, but he's just always just very poised.
That's it. Keep that 70-30. Work from their counter. I know we've been practicing a lot of inside work, and we're doing that because your legs are sore, but I don't want you in here doing all inside work. You just get inside if you have to, man. You do that inside work if you have to. It wears you out more being inside, believe it or not. Just stay outside, box. Nice work. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I wanted to see the first couple guys, but that's fine, that's good work. I had a dream when Joseph was 7 that Floyd was gonna sign him one day. And in the dream, I saw a span of 10 years. And I told him, by the time you're 17, Floyd's gonna sign you. I told him that when he was 7. When he was 10, I had another dream that Jeff Mayweather was gonna train him, be his trainer. That came to fruition when he was 13, and I reached out to Jeff on Facebook or something. And Jeff called me right away. We started talking. I sent him videos on Joseph. He really liked what he saw. A few months later, I sent Joseph down to train in Vegas for a week with Jeff, and Jeff just fell in love with him and said, man, you know, I would love to train your son. Joseph started making a name for himself in Las Vegas, and he started fighting for the Mayweather Boxing Club as an amateur and won 2 national titles for the Mayweather Boxing Club. His name started spreading at that point, and It might have took a couple years before he actually met Floyd in person, although Floyd was hearing about him. And he's fought for the gym twice and brought back the national title. So at some point, maybe around 16, Floyd showed up at the gym one day and he saw Joseph sparring. And I think he was impressed after what he saw because he jumped in the ring and he told all the coaches to go to the other side. He would coach Joseph. At the end of coaching him for about 5 or 6 rounds, Floyd said, "Joseph, that was easy work for you." And that was one of Floyd's best fighters that Joseph beat. And he was 16 at the time. He was a grown man. So I think the relationship started then and just progressed. Sometimes if you let people slide too much, then they get overconfident. They actually get a little better. So you got to get your respect right off the rip.
That's good.
Yeah, very good. After the first couple guys, I told them, don't go too easy because then you let yourself go down and you give them overconfidence. So you get your respect in the beginning and then you control the power after.
Next time too, when you go a little bit more legacy experienced guys, I want you to throw their bodies, trying to drop them in the body. Body's okay. Head a little bit.
Yeah.
Body is good.
That's what I was telling them. I don't know if you heard me, go more to the body.
Yeah.
See, he pretty much said the same thing I said. So now you know what I'm telling you is what it is. I know you like taking it easy on the amateurs and stuff, and that's cool. You're supposed to, but you know, you still gotta do what you gotta do. Really? Why didn't you say something when I asked? Okay, and then you started telling me, then you stopped. So you gotta try to communicate.
It's a challenge, but we're making it work because we understand he needs to be at his best, whether if it's sleeping, whether if it's nutrition, whether if it's support from the family, whether if it's just simple as taking that time out to have family time and not being so consumed by boxing. Really? You gonna hold it?
So yeah, this is Mariah, the newest addition to the family. She's loud sometimes. I mean, everyone says she looks like me. Yeah, I mean, it's what she does pretty much, and eat.
You change your diapers at all?
Oh no, I leave that to them. I don't do that.
Nice.
But no, she's cool. You know, another motivation, something to motivate me.
I've been using him to work with Joseph, throwing punches at Joseph and get Joseph's defense. But now that he can actually box, he's been putting in a lot of work at the gym with Sean at Reighan City. And also he's been sparring now with Joseph. It was difficult finding the time, working 2 jobs. So many times we were training at midnight till like 2 in the morning. That was our graveyard workouts, I used to call it. And so much of our training was late at night or early in the mornings. I'd wake him up 6 in the morning. We'd do 1,000 kicks together before we went to school. He'd come home, take a quick nap, do homework, and then he's off to training. He'd go to Taekwondo, we'd leave from there. He would go to kickboxing, he'd leave from kickboxing, go upstairs to the boxing gym, and then come back down and go to jiu-jitsu. So he was training 4, 5, 6 hours a day when he was 8, 9 years old.
Having Joseph in Vancouver, it's representing Canada. It's great for us. A lot of young athletes gonna get inspired from watching Joseph going into big competitions and signing up with the Mayweather team.
So I would never get Muhammad Ali's coach to train Mike Tyson. nor vice versa. It's two totally different styles. So I normally take him to whatever gym I think is best suited for him, and if there's anything they're teaching that I don't like, I'll just take it out of what he learned and said, no, that's not good, but we'll do this because this is working. He's not limited by any particular style. Like myself, I train in multiple martial arts, and if there was something that didn't work for me, I didn't do it. I took what worked for me in each style, and I created one style for myself, for my body type, my height, my speed level, the type of power I might have. And I've done the same with him. I take what works for him, and I discard what doesn't work. No coach has it all, but many coaches have good quality.
Have this kid that have this exceptional skill that stands out, and then obviously when you're a parent, everyone thinks you're being biased. We're like, no, it's not us being biased. He actually really is that good. And it's so funny that when we meet different people and interact with different people, obviously people are like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And then they see him in the ring and they're like, he's exactly what you said he is and more.
Taste test. It's good. I really wish I could have like something that's not good for me. Like, what type of breakfast do I want? I'm not gonna say McDonald's because I mean it's cool, but I rarely eat McDonald's. I need like some cinnamon roll pancakes. That's like my favorite. It's like my favorite type of breakfast. Cinnamon roll pancakes with some hash browns and a milkshake. I'm not a good milkshake in a while, so I'm gonna definitely get that after my fight.
Well, this fight is big because it's on Floyd Mayweather's undercard. And honestly, Floyd's been one of my biggest role models as well. Just growing up, I've always watched Floyd. He's been my favorite fighter since I started boxing. I'm fighting on his undercard, signed him. I'm a part of the money team, fighting for Mayweather Promotions. So it's definitely like a big deal to me. Not many people say that they get to go to a Floyd Mayweather fight, let alone be signed to him or fight on his undercard. So that's a big thing for me.
Every fight has been important to me from his first provincial championship. That was his first fight. He got his black belt in 11 months. That usually takes 4 years. He was fast forwarded. 11 months later, he went from white belt to black belt. And he was already fighting for a national title. He won provincials, I think 2 months after he got his black belt. And then 4 months after his black belt, he fought in the national championship. That was big. His first boxing match, that was huge. The World Championships, that was even bigger. But this one, fighting on Floyd's undercard, is probably, in my mind, the biggest fight he's had so far, because this is like the beginning of a new chapter in his life where he's going to be exposed to the world. Floyd is going to, pretty much say, this is my guy, Joseph, and he's going to introduce the world to his new prodigy, who a lot of people say will be the face of TMT after a while. The next time you did it, you hit him, boom, boom, boom. You knew he was going to try to get you right back. You stepped back, he missed, and you got him with a good body shot, a right hand body shot, a looping right hand. And it was perfect timing, right? It's missing everything, like 95%. But then when you started adding the counters after you make him miss, and then when you started hitting him, throwing at the same time, like one time you were on the rope next to me, and you could tell he was trying to set you up for a right hand, and as soon as he stepped in and threw his right hand, you went over at an angle and caught him, like perfect timing. It's sparring with someone like that, as soon as you hit them, they want to counter right away. They want to get you back. So when you're with a fighter that likes to get back right away, when you hit them, boom, boom, when they think you're finished with your combo or whatever, they're going to try to get you right away. So what you want to do, you want to hit them, boom, 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 then step, because they're going to try to get you. And then when you make a miss, you counter them again. So, 4 or 3. Huh? All right, see how long it takes you to do each one. Maybe 4. But if you feel too tired by 3, just stop. But 4, think of each lap like a round. See how you feel. So I'm gonna have him. I'm just gonna have him do 4 laps around this because he's got a 4-round fight. So I told him just put in your mind each lap is a round. I'm not trying to overwork him now. The work's pretty much already done. If you overtrain, it's worse than undertraining. If you undertrain, you can get a second win and pull it out of you. But if you're overtrained, you're done. There's nowhere to gather energy from. You know what I mean? Good job, Joseph. But yeah, man, it's satisfying. It's like exciting and calming at the same time that we finally made it there. But now we have to close that chapter to the new chapter now. And what are we gonna do with the opportunity we've dreamed of all these years? So the work, we gotta put 10 more years in now. His will be connected with yours. That's what I was talking about. Throwing at the same time, but going off center. From what I could see, everything was on point. You're more than ready now for the fight. Everything's working. Offense, defense, counters, foot movement, shoulder rolling, inside, outside, mid-range. Just a matter of tweaking a couple things the rest of this week. Just going over stuff that you already do. Tighten it up, get it up to 100. So your mind is focused and sharp, and it comes natural, right? By reflex. And not that you have to think about it and make it happen, but just instinctively make the right moves. I think you're like right now, you're at 95. I think you're almost at 100 right now. You'll be at 100% on fight night.